Hey guys, Stitcher Heart here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a Plusle or Minum felted figure. I'm going to be showing you how to do Plusle. Just change the colors. If you want to do Minum, you'll need a sponge, a felting needle, black, white, and pink wool, and some patience. So what you're going to do first is start kind of freehanding your head, cut off a little bit of the wool, and put it down onto the sponge and start stabbing. And you're just going to keep stabbing until you start getting a circular shape. And the more you stab, the more defined it looks. So just keep stabbing, 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 and watch your fingers, because your fingers will become victims. And this is about my circular, flat little piece. And I'm going to put it aside. And now I'm going to start working on the body. I go ahead and just stabbing, stabbing, stabbing. I made a kind of tear-shaped looking thing, and something that I think that would be a cute little body shape. And I put it aside, and now I'm going to start working on the hands. You get a long, thin piece and start making a cylinder. And just make sure to watch your fingers, since you're working with a smaller piece now. Your fingers are more likely to be stabbed. And so I'm going to keep stabbing and stabbing, and as you can see, it's starting to look more like an arm. I go ahead and put it up to the body to see if it looks good enough. I needed to stab it a little bit more, and then what you do is you add pink felt or pink wool to the bottom to give it the little effect of the hand. And I took off the extra pink and kept stabbing. The more that I stabbed down, the more it stayed, and it looks pretty. I went ahead and did another little arm, and I'm going to add the pink onto it right now. So I wrapped it around the hand, and then I started stabbing it to keep it in place. So these are my two hands, and I'm going to go ahead and put them up against the body. What you start doing is very carefully start stabbing your arm onto the side of the body. Put the sponge underneath it for more support, and keep stabbing it and stabbing it, and you'll have to eventually take the extra piece of wool off the top of the arm, and you're just going to keep stabbing that in until it looks like it blends oh so nicely. So keep going, going, going. And keep doing it until you feel like it looks like it's attached just right. I went ahead and cut off the extra piece before I put it onto the body this time. And I went ahead and started stabbing the other arm on. So, doing a little detail, and my two arms are on now. Just stabbing a little bit more to make sure it stays secure. Alright, and then what we're going to start doing is the legs. I'm going to pull off a piece, cut it in half, and cut that piece in half to start doing the legs. So I'm going to just start stabbing it in just like so, and eventually you start getting a tube looking thing, just like how you did the arm, but a little shorter. It's like a teardrop. And I went ahead and did both of them. And I'm going to attach it like so. I sit my character down on the sponge and stab downwards, just to keep it in place while I'm figuring out where the legs are going to go. So just like this. Then I flip the character over and stab down the back part of the wool until it's blended in. So any extra piece that you had, you're going to blend it in, so now it looks like it's sitting down. And you could stab a little more in the front if you want it to be more defined. Now we're going to start working on the face. I grabbed a little bit of pink wool and I made little balls, and I started stabbing it into the face. Be careful with your fingers, and go ahead and do this until it is flat and the size and shape that you would like. this process does take a little bit of time, so be patient and go ahead and do the same thing for the other cheek. Alright, and then, so just like that, and I'm going to go ahead and get some black wool now and ball it up and put the eyes down. So go ahead and stab down the black just like how you did the pink. So now I got one eye down, and now I'm going to do the other one. So stab it down. It doesn't have to be perfect because the more stabbing down that you do, the more defined that it looks. So now I have two black pieces for my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and grab some white wool and ball it up in my fingers. And put the white down like so. And I'm going to start stabbing it in. I probably should have put a little less white, but it's alright. I stabbed it in place, just like so. And did the same thing for the other eye. So that's his little face, or her little face. And now I'm going to go ahead and start doing the ear with some pink. I'm just going to stab, 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 and make a bunny ear looking thing. I'm going to do that twice because it does have two ears. So just keep on going, and one of them I did make thicker than the other because one of the ears I'm going to kind of fold over later and make it look like, you know, like a happy bunny kind of a thing. So I have one ear I'm still working on. And so now what you do to attach it to the head is you stab downwards like so. And be careful of your fingers. I poked myself so many times. And just go all the way around the base of the ear until it's completely attached, and do so with the other ear exactly the same way. Alright, I'm just doing the back real quick, and I feel like his ears are pretty much secure. And so with the thinner ear, I'm going to bend it over itself and stab down, giving it the illusion that it's kind of flopped over. And I'm going to put the head onto the body like this, and I'm going to stab it onto the sponge and just blend the back of the head onto the body onto the head. And now I have my little figure. I'm going to stab a little more so it looks like he's sitting up, just like so. And there is Plusle. I think she came out very cute. And I went ahead and did Minum off camera. Minum, I actually did the little minus signs in his cheeks, but that's optional. So here's my two little guys. I think they came out very cute. So if you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked my tutorial, and yeah, have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.